So today we have a nice stretching day. We're going to focus a lot on the wrist right away. So you can stay at a seat or you can go to your mat already. And any soft music you would like, instrumental music, anything nice and soft and relaxing for our stretch. You've done a lot of hard work, so make sure you're taking your time to balance your self-care. And let's bring attention to the wrist. So arrive into a seat, any position with the legs. And then you'll take your right wrist and grab around the wrist where you feel a little space here. Hold on nice and tight and just roll out your wrist. Maybe big circles, small circles. And once again, feel compression around the wrist. And then rotate the opposite direction. And then slowly take your time and go to the opposite wrist. Once again, hold nice and tight and then circle around your wrist. Circle in the opposite direction. All right, create two fists and just open them and close for 10. Once again, create tight fists and just roll out your wrist here. And take your left palm forward or any palm and draw your fingers back. You can take one at a time. You can take all back, whatever feels good. Pull your thumb back. Take the opposite hand. Once again, pull fingers back. You can try individual, whatever feels good. And then place your palms together towards your heart center, interlace your fingers and roll out to your wrist once again. Opposite direction. Pause. Take your fingers out wide. Flip one wrist down, gently press onto the wrist. And other wrist here. Now, with your forearm, you'll take your hand just like this. Wiggle your two fingers and you'll feel and see kind of nerves or movement near your forearm. And that is where you want to massage. So you're gonna take kind of 4 fingers, dig in there. You might feel something when you give it a little bit of pressure or even a lot of pressure. It's that pressure point right here that connects to your inner wrist. So a lot of times when you have wrist issues and you're pressing a lot here, go to the forearm where you feel and see those nerves move, and then dive into that pressure point. This is great with a massage tool or a tennis ball or a foam roll to roll on this forearm or part of the arm. All right, and then take your time and move to the opposite side. Once again, if you need to kind of check where they are, just gaze, find those nerves, and find that pressure point. A lot of times I take this in tabletop with the forearm, knee to the forearm, and driving my knee in, circling through the knee. That's a great option that you can take too. We spent a lot of time on our wrist. So take your time, once again, massage through the arms. And then give it a couple of shakes. And we'll move into the shoulders and neck. So take your left forearm behind you, and then with the right hand or opposite hand, you're gonna pull onto the wrist. Now move the shoulder towards the knee. So you're moving in the opposite direction and same direction as the pull. Lean your shoulders back in line with your hips. You should feel a nice stretch through the back of your shoulder, even through the bicep, and a lot into the rotator cuff. Slowly come back up to center, switch out your arm and pull to the opposite side. The neck goes same direction as you're pulling. And you can just close your eyes, lean back. You should feel it into the rotator cuff, your shoulder, your neck. And then arrive back up to center. Relax your hands down onto your lap, roll your shoulders up and roll your shoulders forward. Take that 2 more times back, 2 more times forward, 2 more times, 1 more time back, and 1 more time forward. And keep your shoulders back, gaze over your right shoulder, rinse. And back to center and gaze over left shoulder, rinse. Arrive back up to center. I'm still working a little bit into the head, the neck, the shoulders. Take your left arm out to the side, make sure it's straight, and then take your right shoulder. You can lift your chin up, chest up. And once again, you just want to feel a gentle pull into the neck, shoulder, all the way down towards the wrist. And arrive back up to center. Take it to the other side. When you flex your hand, take the shoulder to ear to the shoulder and draw your palm back a little bit more. Lift your chin up and breathe. And right back up to center. Chest expansion behind you. Knuckles go down and away and drop your chin down to your chest. Slowly lift your head up, release your hands. All right, so let's move to a tabletop position, all fours, hands and knees. We'll still work a little bit into the wrist. Take your fingertips to the outer edges of your mat, claw the mat here and gently circle into the wrist, your torso, your hips from side to side. And then slowly take a child's pose, knees out wide. Reach your hands forward. Shift your weight forward, modified side plank, left hand down, left knee down. Extend right leg, right hand. And other side. In tabletop position, downward facing dog, tuck your back toes, hips go high. Now take both heels of your feet to the right. So just ground to the outer edges of your feet, hips stay back. And to other side. Back to center, walk your hands to the back of your mat and fold. Arrive halfway up. And exhale, fold. And Tadasana mountain pose, reach all the way up. Hands to your heart center, and then to your hips. Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. Toes in, heels out, and slowly drop down. Walk towards the top of your mat. Step both feet forward. Ragdoll pose, let your body hang heavy with chest expansion. Hands go back behind you, knuckles overhead. Release your hands down, halfway lift. Step your left leg back, low lunge, lower your left knee. Reach your hands all the way up. Grab your left wrist and bend right, side body stretch. Arrive back up to center, hands to your right side. You can take that one more time if you would like a block next to you. Take the block towards the right hip. Reach with the left hand to the right and press your hips forward. Arrive back up to center, half splits. Straighten out your right leg and breathe. Shift your weight forward, low lunge. Reach your hands up high to the sky. Eagle arms on the left arm underneath your right. Press your forearms forward, breathe. Hands go down, low lunge. You can take your hands to blocks or tense your fingertips to the side. Lift your back knee, shift your weight forward and back, straighten out your right leg. You can flex your right toes. And then runner's lunge, hands to the inside. Lower your left knee, quad stretch. So my left hand is to a block, gives you a little bit more space to open up. You can kick into your hand or bring your heel closer to your glute. Right back up to center, lift your back knee. Runner's lunge, other side. Step your left foot forward, right leg back. Hands to the inside. Lower your right knee. Quad stretch, left hand to your back foot. Slowly release, lift your back knee. Place your left foot more to the middle and shift your weight forward and back. Lower your right knee. Reach your hands all the way up. Grab your right wrist, bend left. Right back up to center. Take your hands to the left thigh. You can take a block to the left side and one more side body stretch. Half splits. And shift your weight forward, low lunge. Lift your back knee. Downward facing dog, press your hips up and back. Shorten your stance. Bend your right knee and take your right hand to the left shin, calf, or ankle. Gaze underneath left shoulder. And the other side. And back to center, walk towards the back of your mat. And all the way up to standing. Tree pose. You can have wall space, kickstand, calf, or bring your foot up towards your thigh. Energize through the right glute, open up right hip a little bit more. And any variations with your hands. Then draw your right knee forward, one leg Tadasana, capture around the right knee. Twist, right hand goes back behind you. All right, back up to center. High pyramid pose, right side. Right foot goes to the middle of your mat. Straighten out both legs. Blocks or not, take your time and fold. Hands to your waist, all the way up to standing. Step your feet in, hips width distance. Tree pose, other side. The left foot comes to the same place you did on the right. Press into your thigh, let your thigh press right back into your foot. One leg Tadasana for the twist. Feel stable first. When you're ready, twist. Ride back up to center. High pyramid pose, readjust. Square your hips, left foot forward, and slowly release. Hands to your hips, all the way up to standing. Step your feet in, hips width distance. Figure 4. I really like blocks with this one to the highest level. Figure 4, right foot crosses over, and definitely when it's super sore or super worked, take your time to slowly shift your weight back. And it's okay if you stay lifted and use wall space. One leg Tadasana, slowly rise up. Dancer's pose. And take your right hand to your right foot and kick into your hand. Slowly rag all the way up. Other side, figure 4, cross the left foot over. Each side will feel a little bit different. Take your time to breathe. Slowly rise up, one leg Tadasana. Dancer's pose. Kick into your hand. And slowly rise all the way up. And stamp left foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right leg back, low lunge. Lower your right knee. Reach your hands all the way up. Eagle arms on the right, right arm underneath your left. Press your forearms forward, pause and breathe. All right, and slowly release. We did the other side earlier. This side, we're gonna go straight to half pigeon. You can either take your down dog kick or just move your left knee to your left wrist and take your time, lower down where it's comfortable. And 4 more rounds of breath. Press into your hands. Take down dog kick. You can open up your hip in any way. Downward facing dog. Half pigeon on your right. And 4 more rounds of breath. And slowly lift up. All right, so we're gonna take the same position, figure 4, in our downward facing dog. So just listen carefully. Take your right toes high, open up your hip in any way. Figure 4, wrap your right foot to your left thigh, bend your left knee, and press into your hands, hips back. Other side, left toes, figure 4, in your downward dog, press your hips back. Downward facing dog, down to your knees, camel pose. Arrive up to standing or standing onto your knees. Hands behind your lower back, gently press hips forward, gaze up, breathe. Lead with your heart, slowly rise up and arrive all the way down onto your glutes. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet to touch, knees open wide. Fold. Slowly arrive all the way back up. Now cross your ankles, tabletop position once again. Take your right foot towards the middle and your left knee behind. You can sit down in between your heels of your feet or sit onto a block. And if it's not feel good, you can take it down onto your back, right knee over your left. So any variation that feels good. Feel your heels and knees energetically press down. Option for a shoulder stretch if you're at a seat, right elbow up. Grab either for your shirt, your fingertips, or half bind. Slowly release. And take your time for the other side. Swing your left knee forward, right knee back. Readjust to a seat. And when you're ready, left elbow up and right elbow behind you. Slowly release your hands. All variations, be it at a seat, feet out wide, and windshield wipe your knees side to side. Take both knees to the right. Press right hand down, press your hips up, lift. Hover down and take it to the other side, lift. Arrive to a seat, any variation with the legs, and you can sit onto a block. We'll take just about 2 minutes of breathing. Know how important it is just to pause, be still, and breathe. So take your time and get comfortable. Once again, cross-leg position, blocks, anything that makes you feel warm and cozy. All right, and then place both hands, one palm on top of the other to your heart center. Press down onto your skin, breathe into the top of your lungs, and bring attention to your body, your heartbeat, and self-care. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, fill up lower belly, lower back, side of your lungs, all the way up to the top. Sip in a little bit more. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bring attention to your heart space. Breathe out. Breathe in. Feel expansion in your lungs. Breathe out. Take 5 more rounds of breath on your own. And all of your hard work, mentally and physically, know when to pause and just breathe. Bring attention to pressing on your skin, feeling deeply connected to your body and within. And carry a strong and healthy vibration, support for yourself and others, healing for yourself and others. And draw your thumbs to your third eye and bow to each other's practice. Namaste. All right, so if you can take any extra time to breathe, I encourage you to take about 5 more minutes on your own. Set a timer or a nice relaxing song with no music or no lyrics. And count to 8 as you inhale, 8 as you exhale, or any count that feels good for you. Really feel your expansion in your lungs and heal your entire body with breath. So heal your eyes, your throat, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, heal everything just with breath. All right, well, I will see you soon, and I hope you're feeling good, and thanks for tuning in.